Now with us to talk business is Fidelia Agunta. Hello, Fidelia.
Hi, Aneta.
We see that African countries have been discussing ways to boost trade between them. Please bring us updates on that.
Yes, you're very correct, Aneta. Nigeria has been meeting with other African countries and stakeholders to ensure the effective implementation of the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement for Industrialization and Inclusive Economic Development. At a national forum in Lagos, the leaders discussed ways to spell out border policies to avoid affecting its domestic market. Adisha Odushaga was there and now reports.
Past violations of existing intra-African protocols have left Nigeria with a doubt on successful implementation of African Continental Free Trade Agreement. This has necessitated this national forum, organized by the joint body of concerned stakeholders, to address overcoming the challenges of the implementation.
For this potential to become reality, the issues of trade policy, trade facilitation, the productive capacity of the private sector, the need for trade-related infrastructure, the issue of finance, trade information, and factor market integration must be tackled. Implementation most of the time are not as designed. So we have to ensure that this will be done the way it's been designed, and that there will be checks and balances to ensure that the tendency and the propensity for cutting corners are reduced.
In a bid to defend its territorial boundaries and control smuggling, the Nigerian government have hampered on the need to revive border policies to avoid infiltration of other economies on the guise of the agreement.
Free trade agreement does not allow you to still smuggle goods. You go by the trade protocols, and indeed, there's a committee now working on that in West Africa to look at that, and that's what the president is insisting on, that we must have these border protocols in place. So we can't just take goods, that are not made in Nigeria, made in Africa, and come and dump it in Nigeria.
With the numerous challenges on ground, some stakeholders believe Nigeria should focus on enhancing productivity rather than trade, hence casting doubt on the country's readiness for the agreement.
You should be able to have capacity to produce virtually all categories of goods, and you only import when either because of some animal spirit, people did not expand investment early enough, or there's some kind of disaster, God forbid, or the growth in demand was faster than the growth in your supply, and you therefore import to fill the gap temporarily, and therefore be able to quickly expand on your production capacity. But if you have no capacity at all to produce, then you are technically, incompetent to get into trade.
Being Africa's biggest economy, Nigeria is undoubtedly the toast of foreign investors. Our almost 200 million strong population represents a large market that other economies clamor to tap into, leaving the country vulnerable to predatory tactics like dumping. In this light, the country would need to re-strategize its security methods if intra-African trade must exist. Adisha Odushaga, TV 360 Lagos, Nigeria.